Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the one and only podcast, You Talk a Lot. So, today, guys, I think we're gonna talk about basically things I've noticed about like human interaction that I just kind of want to give my take on because some of the stuff is just like weird stuff, and some of the stuff is just like I've just like noticed it, and I'm like, that's kind of funny. So, what I want to talk about first, which this isn't really like relevant to the entire world and probably not my entire audience, my limited audience, guys, please, if you're watching this, please subscribe to You Talk a Lot. I did start this podcast because I've been wanting to do this for like a really long time, and I do like to talk.
Oh, really?
And give my like takes on things. But also, guys, college apps are coming up soon. And I am it's looking a little rough, and honestly, I'm hoping that this will save me. But as of right now, the stats are a little low. So please, 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 just subscribe. Just subscribe for like a year. And then once I get in, if I haven't proved worthy enough for your eternal subscription, then you can unsubscribe. But just please subscribe. A little embarrassing, but you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. So please help a girl out, help a fellow friend, rising senior. Just help her out, please. Anyways, back to the topic. So today I'm going to talk about something that has kind of been like something that's been told, or like an experience I've had kind of my whole life. And it's obviously not like relevant to the entire world, but it is probably relevant to other people. And I just kind of want to like understand why. So without further ado, I'll take you out of suspense. Basically, I don't get why so many people love to make fun of me for being short. It's weird to me because I'm like 5 foot, maybe 5.5 foot. And it's not really ever been something that like has bothered me, and it still doesn't. Like it's not like an insecurity of mine, really. Like it is like out of my like list of insecurities, like it would be like at the bottom of my list. I feel like it's not really something that's like ever affected my life. Maybe it's because like I don't play sports and stuff.
Huh? What? Oh. Okay.
So like I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything, because like maybe if I was like playing volleyball or basketball or something, then like, you know, I would feel like I can't do as much. But like I do art and stuff, like you don't need height for that. So like I guess it's like just never really bothered me, but it bothers like other people, I think. It's really weird. Like my friends, like my whole life, have always like brought that up like as a joke or like an insult, and I've never understood it, because like I don't get why they would just like automatically assume that's an insecurity for me. Like, okay, I get it for like guys why being short would be like an insecurity, because like I guess the whole like masculinity thing, and like, you know, like your height is like, you know, what makes you like a real man or whatever. Like I don't know. I get why, like, you know, for a guy you would want to be tall, but for a girl I'm like, it's low-key an advantage, I feel, in a lot of ways, because like, oh my god, first of all, most of the guys my age genuinely in my area or whatever are like short. They're like 5'8", 5'6", I feel like 5'4", honestly. I'm also like really bad like at getting people's height, which might be like a subconscious thing, but like I don't know, I feel like most people are like speaking eye level with me, except if it's like someone who's like literally like 6 foot, but like everyone else, like I feel like I'm eye level with. So I don't know what that means, but yeah, but I'm like, but then I can wear heels with like any guy and like not have to worry about that, you know what I mean? But I think like what the real problem is just like, it's just something people have always commented on, and I've just never really understood what the purpose of it is and like why people do that. You know, I'm like, is it some like, and if you one have been subject, I don't want to say victim because like I wouldn't call it bullying. Maybe I don't call it bullying because like it doesn't affect me. Like I don't gaff. Like I'm like, okay, like I don't really care. Maybe if I did care or I like was insecure about it, like maybe it would be bullying. I don't really know. But if you ever have been on this side of it, you know, feel free to share your thoughts. And if you have been on the other side of it and you're like one of the people who have at some point in your life like made fun of your short friend, like what, like why did you do that? Like why do you do that? You know what I mean? Like not even in like a judgment thing. I'm just like wondering what the reason is, because like people like love to bring that up all the time, and it's like I don't really like care. Like it doesn't really affect me. The only times it's annoying, and it's also more so because I have a short torso, so that's like the more annoying thing. But like it's like I just can't find like jeans that fit me lengthwise, and that's like really irritating because like I hate, like every time I go to H&M or like most stores at the mall, like I don't even go in the pants section because like nothing will fit me. But like that's really the only times in my life where it's like something I would like change. You know what I mean? Like I don't care. I'm not gonna get like a height surgery. You know what I mean? Like it's not like something that like really affects me. So I don't know. I'm just wondering why people care so much about my height. But that's what I've been saying in all my episodes. Like I don't get why people care so much about other people.
Why does what I'm doing even matter?
Really, it honestly is just, it's beyond me. But so that was one thing that I did want to mention. And another thing, I've been thinking about this for like a while, and I feel like we as a, I don't know if it's like a human civilization thing or it's like this generation or what, but I feel like we yearn to ship. And by that I mean like we love to try and put people together romantically. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I just noticed that so much about us is like people like maybe it's like editing culture or whatever, but like it's like anytime you see two people together, like immediately our like default setting is wanting to put them together like romantically. You know what I mean? And I've just noticed that, and I think it's like fascinating. I'm just like, it's so weird because like why do we do that? Like why do we want everybody to like be together romantically? Like every single time there's a show and there's like a girl and a guy playing like love interests, like immediately like we just want to ship them together in real life, and like we want to see them actually together. And it's like, why? I don't know why we do that. And or if it's just like random like people who are in like a cast together. Like I mean obviously this mostly happens with celebrities because you know that's something like we all globally can share. But I feel like even in real life, like if you become friends with like a guy or whatever, immediately like if your friends like want to ship you with them, or like, you know, or like people like find it weird, or like they want to like make something out of it. And it's like we just like don't ever care about like platonic relationships. Like everything has to become romantic. And I wonder why that is. I wonder if it's like the only thing that's like not like superficial, or like it's like the need for human connection or what. But I just noticed that like in every like shape or form, like we just want to ship people together. And it's like, and yeah, some people take it way too far, and obviously like that's like when the whole like parasocial thing comes in. But I just feel like naturally like we want to put two people together, like we want them to like date or like come together. And it's like not like we are like experiencing the like love ourselves, or like we're like whatever, just like we want to see it. Which I just like, I've been wondering why that is. And I think that's like kind of, and I wonder if it's always been something like that. I guess I just know what's going on in my generation because I'm alive right now. But I feel like it's probably definitely heightened in this generation because of like social media and everything online. Like you can do so much more, you know. I feel like in like the early 2000s and like the 90s or whatever, like the most that could be done was like it would go in a magazine or like you would see like interviews on TV, but like everyone couldn't publicly like post so much of and like get so much hype from like random strangers online because like no one really had that platform unless you had that platform. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I just thought that was like kind of like interesting, you know? Also, speaking of parasocial relationships, I think that that is something I've always kind of felt like weird about that entire thing because like I don't know. Okay, for me personally, like I love to watch like celebrity stuff and I like to see, you know, like their outfits and stuff like that. But I think like I would never I've never had this experience yet, but I feel like I don't know if I would ever like go up to a celebrity on the street and like ask for a picture even if I saw them. I don't know, I would just feel like weird. And I think I would also just in a way it's kind of weird because it's like, yeah, of course, like, you know, they're like cool and they're like living it up and like, you know, everyone wants to be them, but it's like at the end of the day, like they are just people, you know what I mean? Like they're just normal people and like they're just artists who have become famous is really what it is. It's not, and I'm not like saying like they don't deserve their like fame or anything because like I love to like watch celebrities and stuff. I just feel like I don't like people like fans who like attack celebrities or like wait outside for like hours just to like see them and like maybe get like a signature or maybe like hold their hand or like whatever or get like a high five. I think that's a little excessive and I think that's honestly kind of like the public's fault because we put celebrities on such a high pedestal and it's like, yeah, the like galas and the like all the events and the red carpets and the whatever, like that's so fun to watch and like I love to see that. And I think more so for me personally it's like the fashion aspect, but also like the drama, like whatever, you know, it's fun obviously to get out of your own life and like see what's going on and like whatever. So I completely understand that. I just feel like the whole obsession level where it's like literally like the parasocial aspect where it's like you also, I feel like a lot of people feel like they have some sort of ownership over certain celebrities or they feel like they deserve like a hug or they deserve something. And I feel like that's kind of like creepy, honestly. And I get it, especially for like women celebrities when there's like a bunch of like men like screaming your name, like chasing after you. Like I get why it would low-key be scary. You know what I mean? Like it's like weird. I don't know. I just feel like there's a line and I feel like for a long time that line has been crossed. And I think we should like calm down a little because it's like literally like you're running to get a picture so you can like what? Just like show other people that you like met them, which like yeah, I guess that obviously like does make you look like, you know, it's like cool to show. But it's like I don't know that I would wait because it's like at the end of the day, one, you don't know these people. Most of them do not want to be there and they like don't really care, to be honest. Like you can tell by their faces. But like I think it's just like, I don't know, like personally, if I was a celebrity, I think I would, you know, love to like, and I think it is obviously like very surreal and I think like at the start it's like really cool and stuff, but I think it's also like after a while, once the like glitz and glamour wears off, it gets a little like annoying probably because it's like you can't do anything without like someone watching you, which like for me, I think I would probably hate that. Like I love the idea of, you know, going to balls and dressing up, and I think that's just because I've always been like super into all that stuff and like I love acting and I love art and I am like a creative person, so like I feel like that would be like so fun for me. But I feel like I also wouldn't want my picture taken when I'm like going to run groceries because like clearly like I don't look amazing every single day of my life. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't want that like publicly photographed and then people like picking me apart online. You know what I mean? Especially now, like people are so harsh. And I feel like also that's something that people say is like, oh yeah, like now, you know, everyone doesn't comment on like how like this celebrity has like gained weight or this has become fat or like, you know, whatever. But like people still do that and much worse. They've just like hidden it and it's just like very much like, oh, I love her healthy body. It's like, no, you're calling her fat. Like we all know that. It's like they're just like adding like the whole like, oh, she's so like plus size. Like it's like you're just putting a pretty bow on it. But like you guys are still commenting. You guys are still, you know, the same way. And I feel like people just like they love to like pretend like we're acting like so much nicer, but it's like no, it's the same thing. But as I was saying before, actually, this just reminded me the way I was talking about how like, it would be scary to be like a female celebrity and have like all these men like screaming at you and like who was it, like Bella Hadid or like Gigi Hadid had like gotten attacked by a man and like the other one fought him off. Like that's insane. You know what I mean? And like that's obviously terrifying. And then having that caught on camera too and like having to relive that, like I think, you know, whatever. But anyways, speaking of that, that's something I've noticed and I hate that because I hate that like girls have to be worried about like random men or whatever, but like men will never have to do that with women. You know what I mean? Like I could be alone and like for example, like when I go to the gym and there's like only men there, like I'm immediately like kind of uncomfortable and then I'm like scanning the area to like hope that there's at least like one woman there just so like because like that's just like weird, right? But I'm like if it was a guy and there were a bunch of women, I don't think he would care or like feel like any sort of way, you know what I mean? And that's just like, and I know, okay, yes, like that's the way the world is and like you have to live with it. Like if you're gonna go against it, then you know, like then you're gonna end up getting hurt. And I know that, you know, but that doesn't make it any better. And it's like, why don't we try and change that? You know what I mean? Like, for example, whenever we travel to Pakistan, which is like where I'm originally from, immediately in the airport, like my mom is like, okay, like put a hoodie on top. Like, you know what I mean? Because like all these like random men are gonna stare at you. And I'm like, that's so weird. And that's like what? Just like the norm? Like we're just gonna normalize that. We're just gonna be like, yeah, like in like they just look and you know, they don't really care. And I'm like, why don't we make them care? Like what? Like what do you mean? Like I have to be wearing like full clothes and whatever. And like it's not like a respect thing. You know what I mean? It's like it's not like respect for your bodies because it's like men can wear like shorts and stuff and it's like I can't even wear like a t-shirt half the time. Like most of the stuff should be like full sleeve and I'm like that is not having respect. And there's a difference between respecting your body or doing something out of respect. And I'm like I'm not going to dress out of respect for so that men don't look at me because it's like first of all also what makes you think that like women can't look at men? Like I'm confused. It's just I guess they know that women aren't gonna be thinking anything like disgusting and like violent and vile and cruel, whereas men most probably are. And that's sickening and that's hard to think about, but it's like we need to change that, right? Like it's like, you know, there should be punishments or something put in place because it's like why how are people okay with this? You know what I mean? And maybe, you know, it can't be changed, but it's like has anyone even tried? You know what I mean? Like there has to be some sort of solution that we could put in place so that like it's not like girls don't have to be feeling unsafe when they go out at night. Like girls don't have to constantly be checking their surroundings. Like literally when I walk to my car in the night, I'm constantly like I make sure I have no headphones in. And like that's just something that like all girls know to do. All girls know that you have to keep checking, like looking around, making sure no one's there, making sure you have your phone nearby, making sure at any point you will be able to defend yourself. And it's like that is so much work and pressure, and it's like it's not fair, and it shouldn't be a thing. Like, you shouldn't have to be constantly worried, like, is someone gonna come out? I actually, and this is really scary and this scares me ever since I saw a video about it, but genuinely now, like, every time I get to my car, especially in the night, I like look under, because I saw this like video where apparently like guys like, or like men, like whatever, they like keep like a, like, I don't know, they slice your like the Achilles heel or something, and it like is apparently so painful, and it like literally, I don't know, I don't really I just remember like I saw a video and I was like, oh my god. So I'm like terrified of that every time I get into the car, and I'm like, I bet guys don't even care about, like, that doesn't even run through their mind, you know what I mean? Like, if I was alone in a parking lot with just a man, like, I would be, unfortunately, like, as, you know, much as I would like to think that I would be able to defend myself, like, I am still going to be on edge, and like, okay, like, let me just get to my car and like immediately lock my doors, you know what I mean? But it's like, if a guy was like alone with a woman in a parking lot, like, he would be like, you know, he wouldn't feel threatened in any way, you know? And that's just like, it's not normal, and it shouldn't be normalized. I don't believe it should be normalized, and I believe that we should do something about it, and the world should care. Like, that is something that is so important to me, because it's like, I don't want to live in fear, and I don't want to also just accept that I have to. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I'm not stupid. I obviously know that I have to be careful in the night as a girl going out. You know what I mean? And even though like I argue about that with my parents and whatever, I still am obviously careful, and I still am very aware, and I still know exactly what the world is like. But I think I get so mad about it, and I definitely get like, I take it out on them, and I like get mad at them more so because it's like, I don't want to accept that, and I don't want to just like be like an accomplice isn't the right word, but like, you know, just go with it. I don't want to go with it. I don't want to be like, yeah, no, it's like, I guess I'm just gonna have to live like this. Like, no, I want it to be fixed. I don't want to be scared. I want to be able to go out at night and not be like constantly worried. I want to go outside in public with a drink in my hand and not have to cover it because I'm afraid of getting roofied. Like, it's not normal. And like, what kind of world do we live in that is what everyday reality is like for women? You know, we've been living in this world for so long, and we're just, and it's not like it's men's nature. Like, yeah, like, it shouldn't be that, oh yeah, we've just accepted that men are naturally aggressive and men naturally have like these primal instincts or these violent instincts, or, you know, they just feel like they can take, like, someone needs to show them that they can't. Someone needs to explain to them, like, and it's like, why do we have to explain to them anyways? It's like who put this in their head that they can just take whatever they want, do whatever they want? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why was it never the other way around? You know, like, what is it that make it that men should be, you know, respected, or like women should be like below men, or women should like cover themselves or change themselves to better accommodate to men, you know? Anyways, I could go on about that, but Loki was not the topic of this video, but we did get a little sidetracked, but it's okay. I think that was important to talk about, at least for me. Also, guys, I want to say one thing I have learned with this little journey is how hard it is to edit videos. I don't know how people do it. I honestly, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I really pretty much do the bare minimum. And by that, I mean like cutting out a few pauses. And that's pretty much it, because I tried once like doing like the first episode, I tried doing a lot more, and it like kept deleting itself, and I literally gave up. I was like, I can't. I want to edit my videos in like a really fun way, and I have like ideas on how to do it. I just have no idea how to do it, and it just like looks like so much work, and I'm very new to this whole thing. But yeah, so that's why, like, I guess it's hard. Like, that's why, like, literally it takes me like a week to put out every video. And like now I get it why like YouTubers like do that, because it is time consuming editing a video. And I honestly, I have respect for people who do this for like a living now, because it's insane. But anyways, that's all for today, guys. Please again subscribe to my YouTube and Spotify and TikTok and Instagram. Guys, I know I have so many accounts. Okay, I'm sorry. I have my food blog, Mal's Life and Food, my photography and art, and I guess this account on Instagram and TikTok called You the Real Art. Well, _@ You the Real Art. And I have this account for my YouTube and Spotify called You Talk a Lot. So please subscribe to all of them. Please, 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 guys, just for a year, okay? And if I haven't won your approval and you still don't think I'm worthy enough, then you can unsubscribe. But just please.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Okay, and let me know what other topics you would like me to talk about, because I am totally open to new ideas. Also, side note, look at my nails. Guys, do you see this? Are they not the most gorgeous things ever? I am obsessed with this. I normally do like red. I normally do like a blood red every single time. That's like my go-to, and I do almond. But I went to a concert like 2 days ago, and I was like envisioning, I was like, okay, let me do a different color because it's like still summer or whatever. And I was like, I feel like red might be a little too dark. So I was like, okay, let me do something else. And it came to me, I was like imagining this pink, and I could only imagine it with like these ballerina shaped nails. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to do it. And I honestly think these might be my favorite color ever. They're like kind of sparkly. I don't know if you can see. I love them. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, sorry you guys. Anyways, that is all for now. See you next time. Bye.